Hello everyone, this is Mark Leonic Aday and Paneda presenting to you 6 different types of knot tying. First on our list is the taut line hitch. To do this, create a loop to a stable object such as tree. Then wrap the main line twice inside the loop. Afterwards, create another loop which shall secure the hitch. And you may also create another safety knot for more assurance of security. And that is the taut line hitch. Next, the clove hitch. Make a loop to an available object, usually tree. Now, create a second loop and before tightening, slide the free end of the rope under the first. Just above the first loop, place the second loop over the post. And that is our clove hitch. Now, my favorite, the square lashing. Its first step is the clove hitch we did earlier, and afterwards, wrap your line around where the two poles meet, going under and lower pole and over the upper pole. It's up to you how many loop you may do. It's your discretion to see if how will this be more secured. But for me, I prefer to do 3. This lashing is usually used by those who need a crossed post. Now, after the first step, spin to tighten it up. Again, it's your discretion how many spins you would do, but for me, I did 3 for it to be more secured. Then to secure it, you may use square knot or just an ordinary safety knot. And that is our square lashing. Now, let's move on to 2 half hitches. Making the first half hitch involves wrapping the rope around the standing end and into the inside of the formed loop. To construct the second of the half hitch, repeat the process. 2 half hitches, one sitting next to the other, should result from pulling it tightly. To prevent the 2 half hitches from sliding, you may tie an overhand knot with the tag end of the line if you want more security. And that is the 2 half hitches. Moving on to bowline knot. It is more convenient to do it in a flat surface. First, make a loop at the top of the line's long end. Move the end of the line that you're working on through the loop and around behind the line. Then pass the working end down through the first loop while keeping the shape of the second loop. And that is the bowline knot. Now the last and complicated one, the prusik knot. You'll need a short rope and a separate long rope to tie a prusik. Make a loop in the short rope with a strong knot like a square knot. Now, wrap the loop 3 times around the long rope, making sure that each time the loop is flat against the long rope. Loop the short piece of rope back to itself and pull it tight. The prusik will hold onto the long rope as long as there is weight on the loop. You can also make the prusik up or down the long rope by taking the weight of the loop and pushing the wraps up or down the long rope. And that is the prusik knot. Now, you might wonder why is it important for us to have a basic knowledge of this kind of knots? It's basically because we need it everywhere, and this knowledge are very generic. Generic in the sense that we can use this in our daily living and at the same time during survivals or during emergencies. As I said before, when we have prepared the first aid kits and presented it to you, I have stated there that we just don't know when we will be needing this kind of items. So as this knowledge about this kind of knot tying, we just don't know when will we be needing them. And that is why it is important for us to have a basic knowledge about them. Like for example, when we go hiking or when we go camping and an emergency came, or for example we need to stay there for a period of time because of such circumstances, then we can apply this basic knowledge of ours in order for us to survive. We can apply this by materializing or maximizing everything that we can see that around us. For instance, how can you maximize the use of just a simple stick or just a simple tree and just a simple, for example, a rope that is present in your bag, for example your belt, or for example the garter of your shorts basically, or anything that is around you that could be utilized as knot. In order for you to maximize these things, then you should have a knowledge about tying in order for you to survive and in order for you to make living.